But I'll move on to the other big political story tonight, which has been the spat between the Congress and Narendra Modi over Sonia Gandhi's foreign trips. Now, that got uglier today, with the BJP accusing the Congress of diverting the issue by talking about the Congress president's health. Digvijay Singh of the Congress, meanwhile, said that Mr. Modi has been trained well by the RSS in the Nazi tradition of false propaganda. Yesterday, the Gujarat Chief Minister had alleged that, according to a media report, an RTI had revealed that 1,880 crores was spent by the government on Mrs. Gandhi's foreign travels. However, the RTI activist in question says he doesn't know where that figure came from.
मैं मैडम सोनिया जी से कोई जवाब नहीं मांग रहा हूं। मैं मैडम सोनिया जी के लिए एक सवाल नहीं पूछ रहा हूं। मैं सवाल प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी की सरकार से पूछ रहा हूं कि आपके खजाने से, हिंदुस्तान की तिजोरी से कितने रुपए खर्च किए गए, ये देश जानना चाहता है।
सोनिया जी की बीमारी और उनके विदेशी दौरों का मसला है, उसमें कोई बात छुपाने की नहीं है, लेकिन ये नियत साबित होती है भारतीय जनता पार्टी और नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नीच प्रवृत्ति की।
12 hours after Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi claimed that the government had spent close to 1,900 crore rupees on Sonia Gandhi's foreign travel, the spat between the two parties is getting more bitter. However, as the Congress comes out in full force to defend their chief, the party and the government have still not answered why RTI activist Ramesh Verma is still waiting for the information he asked for 2 years ago. In 2010, Ramesh Verma filed an RTI application asking the government to provide details of Sonia Gandhi's travel for 10 years. How was the money spent and what did the country gain from her trips?
CIC श्री सत्येंद्र मिश्रा ने ऑर्डर किया था कि इनको इन्फॉर्मेशन दी जाए, किंतु उनके आदेशों के बावजूद मुझे आज तक इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मिली है।
Sources in the PMO say that they are finding out if there has been a delay in responding to the queries, which were forwarded to them by the Central Information Commission. So where has the 1,900 crore rupee figure come from? The newspaper that carried the report has washed its hand of it. The other mystery is how Sonia Gandhi's medical expenses have become part of this controversy. RTI activist Verma says he did not ask for details of Sonia Gandhi's medical expenses. The Gujarat Chief Minister in his speech spoke about Mrs. Gandhi's trips to see her ailing mother, nothing about her own health. The Congress, however, said Modi's demand for details of Sonia's health was simply not acceptable. Away from the rhetoric, the question, is this information that the government owes the public? Modi may have erred in citing an inaccurate report, but with apparent delays by the government in providing the information, it seems that Narendra Modi may still emerge ahead of the political game. With Rohit Bhan in Ahmedabad, in New Delhi, Siddharth Pandey for NDTV.
Well, the question we're asking tonight is whether the government should be more open about Sonia Gandhi's travel expenses and put an end to this debate once and for all. We have Yatin Oza, senior BJP leader from Gujarat, joining us on the program. Also with us is Ramesh Verma, the RTI activist from Hisar, whose RTI application was the one that was quoted by Mr. Modi. Let me ask Mr. Yatin Oza first. Mr. Oza, I don't know how Sonia Gandhi's health got involved in all of this, but what is it that the BJP wants to know? Does the BJP want to know how much money has been spent in general on Mrs. Gandhi's foreign travels over the last X number of years? Or do you specifically want to know how much money, if any, has been spent by the government on her treatment abroad? What do you want to know?
Look, Mr. Modi made a statement based on a newspaper report which carried in no uncertain terms the figure that has been mentioned by Mr. Modi in his speech last morning. Now, if the Congress party or the central government feels that he is wrong, what's wrong in coming out with the figures that has been actually spent? Or you can be candid to say that not a farthing has been spent, so that this controversy you rightly said is put to an end. But it's not the figment of imagination of Mr. Modi. A newspaper based on the information supplied to it by a news agency has come out with in no uncertain terms about the figure.
But Mr. Oza, there are two questions here. One, when did you start believing that whatever the media says is the gospel truth? A. B. Mr. Modi is a responsible political leader. The figure of 1800 crores for foreign trips, on the face of it, just sounds completely absurd. I mean, we were calculating today, I swear, I went on the website to Virgin Atlantic's website, they organize these space flights. And I calculated that it's 106 crores for every flight to outer space, okay? Which means that Mrs. Gandhi would have had to take 18 flights to outer space and back in order to spend that kind of money. So I'm saying, how can he bandy about a figure like that, just like that? Or is there more to this than meets the eye?
I have not been able to very clearly hear what question you have put to me, but the crux I have understood. What may look to be absurd, what may look to be phenomenal, in these days are hard reality. Could you ever have thought of one minister siphoning away 1,74,000 crores on a contract for a license on a mobile phone? Or could you ever think of one minister or group of people?
But you haven't answered my other question. What is it that the BJP wants to know? Do you want to know how much money is spent on her treatment? Do you want to know how much money is spent on her treatment abroad? What is this?
This is a government which has taken birth to loot the people.
No, Mr. Oza, please answer my question. Do you want to know about Mrs. Gandhi's foreign travels in general, or
looked as stunning yesterday?
Mr. Oza, do you want to know about Mrs. Gandhi's foreign travels in general, or do you want to know about if any government money was spent on her treatment for her health issues? What is it that the BJP wants to know? That's what I'm asking.
Can you please repeat it? Your audio is getting very bad.
Mr.
Please,
Oza,
little slowly. I'll be obliged if you can be little slow.
Okay, Mr. Oza, does the BJP want to know how much money the government, if it has spent on Mrs. Gandhi's health treatments abroad, or do you just want to know about her trips abroad? There's a difference.
No, BJP only, and Mr. Modi, as I said, has gone only by the newspaper reports, information supplied by a respected news agency. And what he has objected to is such a phenomenal figure that has been spent. Now, if Congress party or the central government,
which is not even true, which is absurd, because the RTI activist who has filed this application and has not got a reply from the government
I want to ask my learned friend, gentleman, RTI activist, that these these reports are published way back in July. Why is he controverting it only on 1st of October?
Okay.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.